back again. It's football time.
I'd like to start the video off by saying this is a following presentation
of the
National Football League.
It ain't really a presentation of the National Football League. It's a presentation of
Austin
Weekend and
I just like to say that.
And Autographs Plus. But hey, it is fun to say that. But we are here to do a little predictions, a little previews for the NFC and AFC, and we're going to start off with the AFC.
The AFC is probably the easiest one to pick out of the two, honestly.
Yeah, we're going to scroll on down through. We're going to go north, south, east, and west, and we're going to predict our winner for each division, and then the two wild cards. So we can go back at the end of the year and look at this and see how bad we were, because we're probably going to mess it up something. But it's all just fun. So we'll go ahead and get started for you. We'll go ahead and start off with the AFC North.
The AFC North.
Of course, we have Baltimore, Pittsburgh,
Cleveland,
and Cincinnati. So we got those four teams in the AFC North.
It's pretty obvious who's going to be at the bottom of that division this year.
Yeah, Cincinnati should be at the bottom because that's where they're always at. I mean, I've got a soft spot for Cincinnati, but man,
I mean,
they
had a previous stretch of
time.
0-7 in the playoffs with their previous coach Marvin Lewis.
Yeah, they are a new coach, and honestly, that's reason why I'm not going to pick them to win the division, because
that's got a first-year head coach.
They're starting up. So we know Cincy's going to be at the bottom. Baltimore's a little up and coming. You don't know how Jackson's going to do.
They did get Earl Thomas.
They got Earl Thomas.
But they did lose a lot of that production from their defense last year to free agency. So I honestly think that they're going to float somewhere. It all
in the
depends
middle.
on how Lamar Jackson develops his passing ability.
It is, yeah. Because each year a running quarterback gets older, they get slower, and
they are more prone to
out.
getting smacked.
They're more prone to getting smacked and hurt, a.k.a. Griffin.
Oh yeah,
was the
that
last
was
one
a
to come
tragic.
in.
That's a tragic case.
That was tragic. So it just depends on how he develops better as a passer, and how he does. And then we've always got the perennial powerhouse,
the Pittsburgh Steelers.
The Pittsburgh Steelers,
6-time Super Bowl champions.
6-time Super Bowl. They are the perennial powerhouse, and they win it almost every year. But they had a lot of turmoil. You know, they lost
a ton of drama.
Le'Veon Bell didn't play the entire year, and now he's a Jet. He's a Jet. Let's don't do the Jet. We'll do that here in a second. But he's a Jet now, and Antonio Brown
is a Raider.
And we'll talk about the Raiders here in a minute. So they've lost a lot of production from their team.
But that doesn't mean the Steelers don't have talent.
No, Juju. Honestly, I loved Juju before. Even with Antonio Brown there, I think Juju is.
I think
awesome.
James Conner could be a good replacement for
James
Le'Veon.
Conner is a good running back too. You've always got Ben Roethlisberger, so
seems to be like an ageless wonder in many cases.
Yeah, he tends to get hurt a little bit each year, and he's getting a little older. So,
but Big Ben still has that legacy of winning on his side.
And then last but not least, we've got the NKOTB, the new kid on the block,
the Cleveland Browns. By far the most talented team, probably one of the most talented teams on paper in the AFC.
Yeah, they picked up
Odell Beckham
Jr. and Mayfield's a second year quarterback. Coaches are looking good. Players are looking good.
Added a lot of players on defense. They didn't even give up that much for Odell in the first place.
Yeah, I still think Pittsburgh's going to be good, but I think Cleveland
will take this division if they play up to it.
I think they could take the division. I still think Pittsburgh might take the division. Cleveland might be a wild card. Cleveland might take the division. Pittsburgh's going to be a wild card.
So it's going to flip between Pittsburgh and Cleveland.
I'm still taking Baltimore's third in that division just because they're young and they lost some defensive talent. All right, let's go to the AFC South. We got Tennessee.
One of the most up and down teams in the NFL.
The Indianapolis Colts, Houston Texans, Jacksonville Jaguars. We'll go ahead and start off with the Tennessee Titans. Like you said, they are up and down.
It all
depends on Mariota. I think this is his make or break year. Either he proves he can win in the NFL this year, or he is probably not going to be a starter.
Yeah, that's really disappointing considering how high he was drafted.
But he's had some injuries too. But
But the Titans have had a rock solid defense as of late.
And the running back.
Well, Derrick Henry broke out
last year. So if he takes some pressure off of Mariota by running the rock constantly, then they might be a well enough balanced team to win the division. That's possible. We got the Colts. What the crap?
What the crap,
what
Colts?
The crap?
What was that?
Oh my goodness, that is
embarrassing.
That's the hardest. Andrew Luck retired.
And it's all their fault for not giving him any talent around him whatsoever.
Yeah, he got hurt. Every time he stepped on the field, he got hurt.
What about the offensive line? You didn't address that for years.
No,
he kept getting beat up in the pocket.
Now Jacoby
Brissett.
Brissett is the starting quarterback, and they gave him an extension. They gave him like a 30-year contract.
A $30 million contract.
$30 million. He was going to make $3 million this year. And now he's $30 million with a $20 million guarantee. So he's the man. They did bring in a backup quarterback from him. They took Hoyer from the Patriots.
Yep.
So Hoyer's going to be the backup. Oh, the two quarterbacks they've got were
Patriot backups.
I mean, maybe they can get some secrets out there. But I think they're going to struggle this year. And you've got the Houston Texans, which
hit by injuries. Lamar Miller.
Talent.
They got talent, but Lamar Miller.
They lost their starting
running back for the year with an ACL tear.
You don't say luckily on anything kind of injury like that. I hate it for the guy, but luckily it was early enough to where they can get their backup in and get the reps and learn. So it may not be as bad a factor as it could have been if it was the third game into the season. That might have been soul crushing, but since it was preseason, maybe they can throw in the other guy and the other guy picks it up. We don't know. But they've got talent. They
did trade Jadeveon Clowney to the Seahawks recently.
I think they kicked him out more than they traded him.
They couldn't get a contract with him.
I don't know. He was Jadeveon Clowney said he wanted to play for a winning program. I almost think he's got too much of an attitude.
A little bit, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe
I don't know if Pete Carroll can calm him down or not. But they've got one of my favorite players in the entire game is J.J. Watt.
J.J. Watt, he's a difference maker.
He's a difference maker. He's a great guy, and he's a great football player. He's honestly one of my favorite players in the league. But last year we've got the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Turnover at the quarterback position this time around.
I don't know. Yeah, they brought in the Super Bowl champion,
Nick Foles.
Even though he never played in the Super Bowl, the Super Bowl champion.
Well, but for one thing, I will give him credit as beating Tom Brady.
Yeah, he did play and beat Tom Brady. Yeah,
with an eagle, in the Eagle uniform.
In the Eagle uniform, and then the Eagles thought, we don't need him.
We don't need the guy who led us to a championship.
Yeah, we've got Carson Wentz. So.
But Jacksonville has him, and they still have Leonard Fournette and a solid defense.
Yeah, so Jacksonville, that division, I think, is the hardest to pick of any of them.
Oh yeah.
I think Indy's going to struggle now with all of that. I think they're in too much trouble. But honestly, I think Houston, Jacksonville, and Tennessee are
neck and neck.
Neck and neck. I'm going to pick the Titans just because I want Mariota to succeed.
But there's always Ryan Tannehill right behind him on the bench.
Mm-hmm. So, but honestly, Houston might come out winning. Jacksonville might come out winning. But I'm going to pick the Titans. We will go to the AFC East. We've got Buffalo Bills, New England Patriots, Miami Dolphins, and New York Jets. We all know who's going to finish on the bottom.
The Dolphins?
No. Who always finishes on the bottom? It might be the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins are turning the corner a little bit. Buffalo.
Oh, Buffalo.
I mean, Buffalo always finishes on the bottom, don't they? I mean, they went to 4 straight Super Bowls in the early 90s, and then they haven't done anything since then. Miami will probably finish
at the bottom of the division.
At the bottom.
Because they've had a fire sale as of late.
Yeah, but Buffalo and Miami will be down towards the bottom. I think the Jets are vastly improved, especially picking up Le'Veon. I mean, Le'Veon
we
is
forgot to do the chant.
Oh, yeah. Jets, Jets. Love you, Big Al. I think they're gonna. Honestly, I think they might challenge New England.
A sleeper team.
I think they're a sleeper team. I think they might challenge New England for their division. Ain't that hard? I mean, they got Sam Darnold, the second-year quarterback. From what I understand, he is the type of quarterback. Now, this is from insiders. He is the type of quarterback that the other players have gravitated to. Even the veterans, even the young guys looked up to him. The veterans are supporting him.
Plus, you also got all-pro running back helping
You
you
bring in
out.
Le'Veon Bell, the quarterback's going to look better. I mean, come on now. The quarterback's going to look better with Le'Veon Bell to hand the ball off to. There's going to be half the pressure on. So,
I think that was a wise move.
I'm still going to pick New England to win the division, but
Because
the Jets. Look out for them.
now let's
Look out for
look
them.
up my most hated team in the NFL,
New
the New
England.
England Patriots.
They lose 50 players every year. They add 50 players every year, and Bill Belichick is
So good.
so good. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You could throw
A trash can up there at
They could
quarterback.
throw. Yeah, they could just go to the crowd and go, "All right, you come on now," and he'd win 10 games because it's Bill Belichick. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who's playing any position, even the quarterback. It really don't matter who's in there. Belichick's going to get 10 wins out of it. But I do pick them to win the division just because they're the Patriots. They're going to find a way to win 10 games.
Insert vomit sound effect
Yeah,
here.
but we'll jump on down to the AFC West. We got Oakland Raiders, which
What
is
a
almost
mess.
the LA Raiders. We got the Denver Broncos, the LA Chargers.
Okay, it's just so hard to not say
Still
San
hard to say.
Diego.
And then we got the Kansas City Chiefs.
Let's start off with the Raiders because this is the one I wanted to tackle here.
The Raiders, man.
Hit by the drama bug.
Yeah, I mean, come on, dude. Put down the old helmet and put the new one on and play some football. What the crap?
Antonio Brown has become a massive problem.
Give me a D. Give me a I. Give me a V. Give me an A. What do you spell? Antonio Brown. He's a diva, man. Come on.
Maybe Pittsburgh had a reason to let him go.
I don't know. Maybe he was. Maybe Pittsburgh
He's
might be a
extremely
better team.
talented.
I mean, maybe it might be the Washington Nationals. I ain't bringing baseball in this, but sometimes it's good to let the diva go. But I'm picking. I don't know. I don't think Oakland's going to win the division.
I don't think they will either.
I don't think Denver's going to win the division.
Even though Von Miller is still a presence.
Yeah. Phillip Rivers, he's one of my favorite. I respect the crap out of that man too. He's got 32 kids and still plays football like he's on fire.
Still has no real playoff success to really back it up, though.
No, but I don't think he's going to finish at the bottom. And obviously, I think the Chiefs are going to
Patrick Mahomes has erupted onto the scene.
Last year's MVP. I don't think he gets worse in his third year.
Unless the Madden cover jinx that I've heard of comes and strikes.
But basically, what we've got New England winning.
Ugh.
We've got Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, Cleveland winning.
Alternation between the two.
We've got Tennessee winning, and we've got Kansas City winning. So we need to pick out one of our wild cards, and we already know that's good. Let's say Cleveland will be a wild card, and then our other wild card. I'm gonna pick the Jets.
The Jets.
I still think they might win the division.
They might win the division.
They might win the division.
Might.
Half of that might be hope. Another half. But think about it. Think about Patrick Mahomes. His first year, you were like, he's okay.
And then he's
pretty
just
good.
explodes in
The
this next
second year is when the quarterback kicks. If it's a good quarterback, then it's the second year. This is Sam Darnold's year. And then you throw Le'Veon Bell in the backfield. I mean, well, come on.
That's a recipe for success.
Yeah. And another reason I picked Kansas City is because guess who picked up Shady McCoy as a backup running back?
The Chiefs.
The Chiefs. My goodness. I mean, you get Hill back and then you throw.
You got a running back again?
They got a lot
Of talent.
So, but okay, we got New England and the Jets, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Tennessee, and Kansas City. So that's our picks.
All right.
For the AFC, whenever we get down towards the end of the year, we'll go back and look at this, and then we'll pick our playoff winners and our division winners and our Super Bowl champions. We'll pick those later.
Next up, we hit the NFC.
We hit the NFC next. So until then, I guess hit the like button, hit the subscribe.
Hit the groovy baby button.
Say something. Put some words at the bottom of the page. Tell us we're crazy or we're stupid or what team you like or something. And then hit the groovy baby button over here on his head somewhere.
Yep, on my head here.
Yeah, other than that, we are gone.
See you next week.